This week on Big Eyes, Jamal and I are joined by Cyrus from the A Show, and we discuss Lloyd and Yor's secret missions in Spy Family, Jujutsu Kaisen's return, Mineta being Mineta in My Hero Academia, and so much more. So stay tuned, because this is the Big Eyes Podcast.
And welcome to a all new week, and in Big Eyes. What's this, episode 76? Yeah, because AD's back. That's the big thing. AD's back. We've been gone for a motherfucking minute. It felt like
I know, bro. It's been a month, my nigga. Like, my bad for the last one. I was actually there when they were doing the interview, but like I was.
Oh yeah, he was in the background. He was sitting in the background, super silent. He came in late. He been having his own shit.
Yeah, but I'm glad to be back, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. I'm happy. If welcome episode 76 of the Big Eyes Podcast. If you have not checked out last episode 75, I have a great conversation with Viz Media editor Carla Clark. That's a great episode. Once again, it's always fun learning about the in and outs of just editing manga, things getting published and all that. So it's a great conversation. And if you're just a fan of if you're a fan of Mashal, you're a fan of Undead Unluck, you're a fan of Kaiju number 8, you definitely want to check in that one. But other than that, man, we got a good one for you guys today.
Yes, sir. The GOAT is back. All Shonen Jump is back.
All Shonen Jump is back.
But
hey, you wanna know what's funny? You wanna know what's fucking funny? You know what? I'm gonna bring this up after we introduce the very special guest that we have on. It's not his first time on the Big Eyes podcast, but this is his first time really talking manga. He was on one of the early episodes of Big Eyes where me and him, talked about the great Violet Evergarden. You will hear him on the A Show Network where he does the War Report. And when he wants to actually bring it fucking back, it's my favorite fucking podcast. He also does Spot Callers, but this asshole doesn't want to bring it back. I don't know why. But it's the one and only Cyrus. Cyrus, how you doing today, bro?
Interesting that you say I didn't bring Spot Callers back when we've had 3 episodes since we last spoke.
Oh, damn, we have?
It seems like man. Somebody is not subscribed to the Patreon.
Oh man.
Man. Did you just expose yourself not being subscribed to the A Show Patreon, where you could get shows like Spot Callers, Legendary Runs, The Invasion Diaries, and other miscellaneous wrestling content?
I'm gonna be real. I am a Patreon subscriber, but due to life schedules, I don't always get to just tap in. But I just like giving my friends my money, so I pay every month.
Interesting.
Just as sometimes it's not, listen.
A Spot Callers literally went up this weekend. We covered WCW Capital Combat: The Return of RoboCop.
What the fuck? Oh yeah, yes. I gotta type back in. I'll be it, man, bro. So, all right, guys, fuck it. We're about to get into some wrestling talk for a little bit. I've really been tapped out of wrestling for a while. I think you guys have heard my frustrations on why I've kind of taken a step back from wrestling and all that and what's going on. But I love all you guys at the A Show. I still listen to, I listen to both shows, the A Show and the War Report. I listen to them all the time just to stay in the loop of things. I am subscribed to the Patreon, and it's but I just don't always have the time to just listen to everything. But I always see it, but. Man.
I would say I've had my Twitter account clipped for like a day, and like
I saw that.
I've like completely taken a step back from wrestling, and it feels fucking great.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see stupid discourse every now and then, and I still lurk because I still have other accounts that I use. I still I use the A Show account to just look and browse, for news and stuff because I still have to do the show, but I just log in, I scroll and log out. It feels great.
I bet, man. Listen, I'm still, I'm still a member of the RWC chat, and I see the things that people say. I see the conversations that are happening, and I'm just like, why can't motherfuckers just enjoy shit? Just enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Like, why do people always gotta go like, third eye wide open on shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, always gotta,
like I always say, man. People are so woke that they sleep because they're not seeing. They don't see the trees right in front of them. They don't see the story that is being told right in front of them. They don't know that businesses act like businesses. And I'm just like, come on, man. Y'all supposed to be radical, the woke generation or whatever. And you're surprised when a company fires people? Come on.
Oh, man.
Guys.
Niggas.
Let's stop the protesting and the, whatever the fuck y'all trying to do, because y'all only going to do this for like 15 minutes and then like stop once like another like whatever shit happens. So I've been very disconnected from that. So it's been fun. I love it.
Oh man, y'all make me want to get into wrestling so much. I've been tapped out for like the last 10 years.
My friend he recently like talked to me and he was just like, man, I don't know what this wrestling shit's about, but I'm glad like I'm glad to see like you're a part of it and you're like happy. And I was just like, happy. This wrestling shit's a shit show, man.
Yeah, man.
But like he was just like, oh, like if I wanted to get back into wrestling, like what should I do? And then I was telling him like, you could go this route or you could go this route. And he was just like, but my coworker's telling me to get into this. And I was just like, okay, you're a young black man like me, you're not gonna like that.
Oh man.
So I kind of just like laid it down and I was just like, okay, like here's the issues with like the two things going on here. You could rock with this. You're going to clearly see the issue, even if you're like not a true wrestling fan, because you're just going to be like, oh, that looked funny. And then, they highlight on the funny stuff. I'm not going to target any, I'm not going to say any names because I've been trying to live in peace these past 2 days. So all I do is, I just like, now I don't scroll Twitter as much because I don't have an account. And then I watch wrestling and play video games all day. Like that's the wave now. And it feels great, man. Feels fantastic.
That's what's up. So let's say for somebody like me, just jumping in, do I just watch whatever comes on, like SmackDown on Fridays, Raw on Mondays?
Seriously, just watch whatever you like. Just give everything a try, which is like I always give everything their fair shake, which is like what Spot Callers is all about. Okay. I just watch whatever I like to watch, and then. Or, there's like a new promotion or an old promotion that I've never seen before. And like, this is my time to, dive into that. This is like going into a new manga or something like that. So,
okay.
That's how I do
it. Hey, yo, so I don't know if it's still recording on y'all's end.
It is.
It says it is.
It is? All right, well, hopefully it saves everything, because this shit, my like whole shit just closed out, and I just had to come back in and whatnot. So you know what, fuck it. I mean, whatever happens. We can cut this out and whatnot. But we got Cyrus on the show, so that's all that matters, man. Yeah. We got my boy, the goat. The goat has returned. That's really the most important news on this Sunday. So his return.
Man, I remember being on the show for the first time, and like I wasn't reading manga at all. Like I wasn't watching anime. I wasn't tapped in the slightest. It's kind of crazy what happens in 2 years.
Now, man, now it feels like that's all we talk about now. It's just
because I think it all started when you posted the Chainsaw Man panel where when he turns into Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, when he's dropping down.
Yeah, and then I was just like, oh, I gotta tap in. But I couldn't tap into the big eyes because you guys were talking spoilers. So I had to like take that time and like catch up. And I fell off like Chainsaw Man, like I think after like the second chapter, because like, I wasn't like really feeling it like that. And then like quarantine happened. I was like, fuck it. Mm-hmm. I'm reading all this shit. And it was just like, oh, this is the best thing ever, man. And then I was just like, oh, what else y'all boys got?
Man, listen. LJ put me onto it. Like, I think it's been about a year since I read it, because it's one of the last year's episodes, and I ran through Chainsaw Man within like 6 hours. I was like, oh no, we got to talk about this. We got to talk about this on the next episode immediately. Like, it was just that good. So when I don't know why we would have like anime only folks who would listen to Big Eyes, but if you're waiting for the anime, bruh, y'all about to get some of the best things smoking. Like,
yeah, man,
really.
I reread Chainsaw Man whenever I get bored. Like it is like so like I'll just go, yeah, I'll just read the last arc. Like fuck it, why not? Like this shit hard. I can't wait for the anime, man. It's gonna be fantastic.
Listen, Fujimoto needs to run me my check. Shonen Jump need to run me my
Hey,
check. I need my check.
no cap.
I need my check. Listen, I was pushing the Chainsaw Man, agenda.
Hey,
I
man.
was like, listen, this shit is different.
LJ done put Chainsaw Man up on all of North America because whenever I wanted to like look for other people talking about Chainsaw Man and stuff like that, they wasn't talking about it before you was.
Yeah.
Like that's just fact. Like I was watching like some dude, he was like previewing I think like the first chapter, and then he was just like, I don't know if I really like it. I was just like, get this guy out of here. This guy ain't it, man.
Get him out. Get him out of there. Get him out of there.
Get him out of here, man.
Yeah.
You ain't see Katana Man yet? Get out of here.
Get out of here. You gotta throw him out, bro. Throw him out by the, gotta grab him from the back of the shirt. You gotta throw him out the building, bro. Oh, man. But I mean, I'm happy to hear that because, man, that's the main reason why I even started doing all this, because it's fun to just, talk about things that I like, and then seeing other people just getting like this is their entry point even into manga.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, man, it's great to see that, man. Like, it's crazy though that Chainsaw Man out of all manga is the one that you're like, yo, this is because that shit is so wicked.
Yeah.
That shit is out of control. And so now it's like
it was some of the most unique stuff that I've ever really seen. Since I like fell off of reading manga. Like I think the last manga I ever read before diving back in was JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Steel Ball Run, which is like part 7, and then I just stopped after that. I was just like, a lot of the stuff that's coming out right now don't compare, man.
I'll say a lot of new stuff. Well, let me not say that, because Chainsaw Man is just something completely different from what you see in normal Shonen Jump to begin with. So it's like, this shit is heat. Like, but also, it's so good in the fact that it pushes that boundary, and even with what is it, chapter 59, that won't even show up on the app because of how wild it is. And it's not even that wild, but it's just
it's just the cover.
Yeah. So like Chainsaw Man is just something different completely, and Fujimoto just has like the most interesting style and mindset when it comes to drawing manga. Like I want to get into Fire Punch. Like we had to talk about Look Back, and Look Back was such a good.
I reread Fire Punch recently, and it's interesting. I just think like the first like 25 chapters, you could just throw those in the garbage. Like he wasn't in his bag yet until like chapter like 26, where it all really comes together. But yeah, I'm loving this new generation of manga and shonen that is coming out, like Chainsaw Man, Jujutsu Kaisen, and it's not really shonen, but it's like on Shonen Jump. Spy Family, like it's all really
Spy Family,
really great and fun stuff, and it's very different from what we were getting in the previous year or like couple years. I think they're inspired by a new generation of writers, and we're not really trying. We're done with the people that like are inspired by Dragon Ball Z. Like we're finally off that, and like you get like a lot of younger people that are just like, no, but I like this more, and then that's fine. I love it.
Yeah, I think what you're saying. I think what you're saying is very true. We're truly in a new generation of just manga and anime. Like now they have so much more freedom, I feel like, to kind of go whatever direction they want to go in. Which is why you can get something like Chainsaw Man, which is completely off the wall, completely bonkers. But also you can get something like Jujutsu Kaisen, where it's really violent, really gory type, and you got Spy Family that is this wholesome, loving thing. Like you're able to expand and go out so much further now in anime and manga. I think like you said, we're out of the kind of the Dragon Ball era of things where think every manga or every anime was kind of following that same format that the big three beforehand had left off at. Now you're able you see so much more going on, which is amazing. Speaking of Spy Family though, I really love how Endo decided to drop his chapter the week no one was dropping. Hey,
like, this is my week, man. Let's get it cracking.
I gotta fill the gap in somehow.
He was on. Listen, he been using all his PTO. He looked up at the calendar. Was like, "Oh, word open. All right, cool. I might as well. No one else is there." He was like, "Here, oh, yeah, I'll give y'all something."
I'll carry Shonen Jump for the week. I got y'all, no problem.
No problem.
And I love the chapter. It felt like, I don't know. It's building up to something, and I just can't wait for next week, man.
Yeah, same. I actually read through all of the chapters. Like yours getting some of the best chapters in Spy Family right now.
I love it. But
I think like this is where Spy Family is at. It's really crazy because you see you're being really torn between these two worlds of being a mother and being a wife, also being an assassin. That's such a big plot point here, and her, the woman that she's even protecting, her being a mother, and her just being like, yo, listen, I just want to be out this life, and I just want to be with my kid. Like, I ain't trying to be all up in the bullshit anymore, But also, you look at Lloyd, where Lloyd is, they do it in a comedic way in the latest chapter, but even Lloyd is kind of like, how do I become a better dad?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, how that's like wove in there. It's like so nuts. How like this is like a very your centric chapter, and we could talk about that a little more in a second. But like Lloyd is just like, damn, I'm on this boat. I think I could be a better dad somehow, just like out the blue.
Yeah. You just trying everything. Is like, I gotta pay attention to her. I gotta make sure that I'm doing all the right things. And Anya, she's reading his mind. Is like, bro, you might be doing a little bit too much. But also,
I love how self-aware she is. Like, where she like, sorry if this is like spoilers for the chapter, but she like reads his mind, and she's just like, oh, I'm worrying him, so let me like calm down and like give him like some affirmation. Like, no, you're doing great as a father right now. Just like relax though.
I was about to say, but you also see like Anya in her like character, she's doing all the stuff that she's doing because she knows that Yor is on this secret mission, and she like when they were doing the dressing room scene, and she's trying to distract Lloyd from coming out to see Yor from fighting one of the assassins, and it's just like, hey, correct. Like a little circus on the boat type deal, and just like trying to distract, but also play it up because she knows, but Yor doesn't know that she knows. So it's like, all right.
I love that Yor's like disguise is like a Party City mask, and she's fighting, and she's like, oh, she doesn't recognize me, even though like your hair is out, your outfit's the same, your body's the same, nothing's really different. It is just like, oh, this is working, and it just gave her the confidence to like murk that dude.
It's the tuxedo mask effect. Yeah. Listen, all you gotta do is just put on that Party City mask. No one knows who you are anymore. They be like, damn, you look vaguely familiar, but I just somehow can't put my finger on it.
And what I really love about this chapter is that for Anya and Lloyd, they kind of, I won't say they get like faster chapters, but like a lot of their like stuff gets resolved pretty quick. Like I would compare like the tennis stuff and like the school stuff, like that kind of just like it kind of just went, while this like your like cruise thing is like a real slow burn, and you're just like waiting for it to like blow up.
Yeah. And like they because of like how it's set, it's like, okay, we can't move from place to place. Like the only thing that we got from like a different perspective is with like Frankie taking care of Bond like on a walk. That was about it. Like, but everything else, because we know we have the setting right here, it's like, okay, we gotta wrap this up at some point. Like, we gotta get to the culmination,
and you're just like waiting for it because it's like they're in an isolated space. Like, there's no there's no way for this to end unless they like he just says like fuck it, Titanic. So I love that they're having a slow burn, and then like it's gonna blow up eventually, and they're gonna go watch the fireworks. So I think that's like a little euphemism of this chapter probably coming to a close, or like this arc coming to a close.
Yeah, I mean, but I mean, to go back to about what you're talking about, how like you still within this story, you still get the story of Lloyd and Anya, and they, how their things get resolved very quickly. I love how as though it's like just a little bit more added suspense to the chapter.
Yes.
Because because like you say, like yours thing it's a slow burn. Like every moment she's in there, you're kind of like, oh shit, like what's gonna happen? It's like, is assassin gonna pop out? Is she gonna get caught by Lloyd and Anya? Like Anya already knows, but Lloyd doesn't. Like what happens if she gets caught? You have all of that.
It's the funniest manga, but it builds so much anxiety and stress.
Oh my gosh!
Like love this thing to death. But you get the ha ha ha, and then you're just like, oh no.
Next panel, you see Yor stabbing nigga with an ice pick, bro. Like,
yeah, like I love Spy Family so much. It some of the funniest stuff that out.
Man, for real, it's just great. But like I said, like the pacing of it is what makes it so great for me, because you get the slow burn, but then you get the Anya and Lloyd stuff, which also adds a bit of like tiny anxiety, because you're like, damn, like like my nigga trying to figure it out as a dad. You're like, damn, I hope he gets it right.
Yeah.
And by the end of the chapter, it's like you say, it's resolved. Like it's like cool, he got it right. But then in the back of your mind, you're like, oh fuck, you still got that your shit going on too.
Right.
So like you get like that, like damn, I wonder what's gonna happen next like chapter now. Like how is it gonna? So I love how they're playing on the pacing of it. You have this slow overarching story. You get these fast paced little things in the middle, within the chapters. The way they just tie in the comedy with it, and I just love how Anya's kind of she's really like the glue that holds these two things together also.
Right.
And that's what makes her character so lovable and enjoyable, and something that you don't see, where you're like, this is end of the day, she's a child. You don't rarely ever see a child be the one that's kind of piecing the story together.
Like, yes, she's psychic, but such a very self-aware character, especially for like a kid that like young. So just completely different from any other child character in any other manga. So like she's up there, top 5 kid.
Oh
yeah, top 5 kid all time. So all right, so before we really get into what we're all really here for, the return of Jujutsu Kaisen after a very long month, its presence was definitely like it's like Jujutsu Kaisen not being in weekly was felt. Like you always felt that there was a gap in Shonen Jump when they weren't dropping. But before we get into that, Cyrus, you're gonna have to just bear with us for a second, because
I'm gonna go use the bathroom or some shit.
Cyrus, this is one thing I respect about Cyrus. He has been the one very upfront and vocal about his distaste for My Hero Academia.
It's just not heat to me. Like I'll keep it brief, because I don't want to go on like a slander tangent and get Meals mad, but it's just like, I'm not a fan of the superhero thing. I'm not a fan of the school thing. And I think Deku's a hoe. So I'm not gonna watch or tap in. Like, he can probably like grow up and like, do all the other shit in the future, but like I kind of just don't care. And then, I listen to the big eyes, and it's just like, oh, they just keep adding more and more characters and then like killing them off, but like not really like, standing by it or like killing anybody of note. So I'm just like, yeah, I'm good. I'm alright, man.
Yeah, I would say I have my quarrels with it, and I'm always vocal about my quarrels. I still enjoy it. I still think that it's very one of those things where, it's like it's like you're mixing all the popular things together.
Yeah.
You got superheroes, you got anime, you got manga. You know what I'm saying? Like, superheroes are popping right now. Like, look at Marvel and everything that they're doing, and DC and everything they're doing. So it's like, this was a very easy route, and I think that it just, you throw it into there. It's very popular, and but also with it being as popular as it is, I can understand why they don't take the risk in which I feel that they should take. Especially when it comes to, like you said, like characters' deaths and whatnot.
Because it's for children.
Yeah, like
it's for children.
this is. I mean, I think My Hero is My Hero to me is an entryway anime.
Yeah.
This is an anime that you want to show your kids to get them into anime.
And like I'm
is-
not saying like it's for kids as slander. Like I literally watched all of Power Rangers last year. Like I'm not really one to talk, but like it's for children. And that's kind of just not what I want anymore when, you know, coming back into manga or like coming back into anime.
Right.
Yeah.
That's all.
I think with My Hero in particular, like it's geared towards that kid to high school type crowd because it is Shonen Jump. But also, like, it came out during a time where, you know, the Avengers was big and popping. Like, I don't even think Age of Ultron had just came out yet. You know, like it was in that time where they were hitting their stride, and we were getting all of even the DC stuff. So I think with at least in Western culture, I don't know about Eastern, but like, you know, with us in the West, we're kind of big on superheroes. So I think with My Hero trying to like bridge that gap and how it's played out in the long run, like it's just that type of anime and series where it's just it's mainstream. It's like the most mainstream of mainstream that you can get.
Yeah, and you know, if you like the mainstream thing, that's fine. But you know, there's this oversaturation of superhero content now that, you know, Hollywood is tapping into every, you know, every comic they could find under the sun, even if it's not Marvel, if it's not DC, it might be like some underground or like some indie thing, and you know, Netflix picks it up or something, right?
Yeah, or like Invincible or something.
Yeah, Invincible, The Boys. I think there was like something blah 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 Jupiter. I forget what it's called. But like I'm just burnt out on superhero content. Like, can you really blame me for not wanting to tap into My Hero? Like,
no, I mean, like you said, your points are very valid on a reason why anyone would, you know, they are, like you said, they're in a market that's really saturated right now. You know, and although once again, that I'm not gonna say or act like I'm not a fan. I'm not gonna like, but I have still once again I'm very open about my crawls with it. But yeah, it's, you know, it's a cash grab, and like that's how I be feeling sometimes. It's kind of like, you know, this is gonna hit because this is what's popular right now.
Yeah.
And they put their own spins, and you know, you get your own things. There's some high pop moments on there, but you know, is what it is. But
I think the frog girl is cool. That's all My Hero. The frog girl is cool.
Oh, you're on your Rob Banks. You're on your Rob Banks shit.
It's a very cool design.
You Florida boys, crazy,
it's a cool
man.
design. Jeff likes it too.
You Florida boys fucking with Sue, crazy, huh? That's wild. But 80 these latest chapters, you know, you see Deku, you know, going through his moody bad boy phase.
Yeah.
His friends come through to try to save him, pull him out the gutter.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, you know, it's a lot of callbacks in these last two chapters. Also, it's the 7-year anniversary too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's crazy how long it's been since My Hero first started. Like, and we're getting all of the callbacks back to like USJ with Sue and Mineta. You know, like when they first had their like team up. And you see like Mineta call out like, I didn't really think he was all that, but like, you know, like.
All right, so hold on, we got. Listen, we gotta. We'll touch on Mineta in a second. Finish your statement.
But you have that moment. You have Uraraka swooping in. Like, it's just a lot of the intense moments that, you know, we were coming to expect. Like, everybody came in to wake Deku, bring him to his senses, because he feels like that, you know, he doesn't want to put them in danger. Everybody, all for one, is coming after him, and you know, it's like, we all signed up to be heroes too. You can't shoulder the burden alone, my guy. Like, you know, let us help you. And I think I expected all of this, to be honest. Like, I think we all had this discussion where we expected them to come in and like give him the speech. I think for me with this chapter personally, I think it's just going to look good in anime, especially when we get closer to the end. But you know, I'll let you have it.
Yeah, man, it's, you know, it was an emotional moment, definitely. I mean, they definitely play high on it. I think the thing with My Hero that I'm really starting to understand and learn is that these moments always translate better in the anime than they do in the manga. Although I do feel that this season has been pretty Huffington so far.
I haven't even tapped in. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're not really missing nothing until My Villain Academia starts.
When?
But
What time?
I think
It was supposed to
I
start
think
like 3 weeks ago.
man, shit, man, it is what it is. But I think this moment is gonna definitely translate and kind of hit a little harder and differently when it is animated. I think now though, I mean, it was just a beautiful moment. You see his friends saving him. You do the callbacks to, even Tenya. The thing that Tenya says to him is something that Deku says in chapter 57 to him, was like something like, a real hero is one who like extends his hand, something like that. I
Yeah.
gotta read the actual quote, but no, man, it was a good chapter. I mean, it was a solid chapter. You see his friends coming together. You kind of see Deku start, slowly yet surely he's coming into his senses. He's kind of like, damn, I'm really am bugging. Like, you finally see his face. The mask comes off. You still see that he got that. He's tapped into his emotions still. Yeah, I mean, good chapter.
Yeah.
Quick thing on Mineta. So if y'all haven't seen it,
I feel like I know where you're going with this. Now that I know what you're talking about, I feel like I know. Go ahead, just keep going.
listen. Okay, no, listen. So if y'all haven't seen it, I guess that so the moment that Mineta, let me read the actual. Let me get the quote right. All right, let me get the quote
I
right.
hate you
I ain't
so
trying
much
to
for
out
pointing it
here.
out too.
What?
Just,
Hey, what? I ain't even listen. So Minetta's, they're all trying to stop this man from running away. So he does his whole. First of all, this man got like, saying went full like anal bead with it. That was wicked. Beads tenfold. I was like, yo, this looks like something completely different, my guy.
it don't help that it's
I was
coming from
like,
the back too. It's like, bro, what are
yeah,
you
I was like,
on?
different. A little different. I was like, all right. I mean, this is how you gonna use your power, cool. But he said, he has his mom. He's like, I never thought it was your power that made you awesome. I fell for you when you were scared and sweating buckets and quaking in your boots. Back then, we found a path forward together the way you were back then. So, and that's the American translation of it. I guess in the Japanese version, the word that is actually used when he says, "I fell for you when you were scared and sweating buckets," I guess it was used in a way that is romantic, and now people are like, Minetta's bisexual and stuff like that. And I've been seeing a lot of like weird reactions to it, and my only reaction to it is that I'm happy that they made him bisexual because it makes him the all around horn man. It makes him all around. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all they did. They just made him the all around horn man.
Why is this even a topic
Now,
of conversation?
listen, bro.
I ain't
Like,
got no problem with it, but like,
I mean, listen, bro. Listen, everything going on right now, I'm not surprised this ended up being a topic of conversation. Shit. Fuck it. Like, I'm liking that he stays true to true to who he is.
yeah, that's very true. That's very true.
Listen, fuck it. He said, "Nah, I'm not just horny for women. I'm horny for all." Hey, listen, respect, respect. Fuck it. But that's done. My hero talk. Cyrus put himself on mute like a real
Hold on, real
nigga.
quick.
I
I
feel
gotta get
We
this out
done?
real quick. Wait, let me
we
15
done.
seconds, 15 seconds. I do like the fact that like it's Bakugo blasting Ida into like the stratosphere to go reach for Deku's hand. Like that's gonna look amazing in anime. Like out of all the people you would think it would be Bakugo, but it's actually Ida. That's it.
Fuck Ida. Fuck Ida.
Oh man. Alright, now we done.
All right, we done. All right, let's get into it. So, after a very long month, its presence was missed. It was felt that it was gone. But the king himself, Akutami, is back with a brand new chapter of Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm excited, man. Listen, the real is back. The real is fucking
The
back.
power's back.
Fucking the power is back. Order, it has been restored. Like, listen, man, with Jujutsu Kaisen gone, you just don't. There's just a certain vibe. There's just a certain feeling that just is missing when it's not there on Shonen Jump. And now that it's back, you're like, wow, like I really reading this chapter, I was like, damn it. I really missed this fucking manga. Like I really fucking missed this fucking manga not dropping. Like you say, it just felt like a gap was there.
Yeah.
One Piece is still doing this thing. My Hero's obviously still doing this thing, but without Jujutsu Kaisen there, I think it was just it's such a different tone shift from the other two that you kind of don't get that. You don't get that breakup. I feel I put like One Piece and My Hero in the same bracket of how the story is told.
I can see that.
Yeah, like they both have that same feeling with it. Luffy's obviously a real nigga though, outside of Deku, but you know, but like they got that same feeling. Like Jujutsu Kaisen comes in, it's something much darker, it's something much more violent, it's something much more like more serious in tone. So not having that split between those was definitely something that I missed, and now that it's back, I like how we're jumping into the story right now.
Yeah, same. Like, I think when we were even on break, there was a message that Akutami put out, and it was like, when he comes back, it's gonna be a different story than what you expected. And like, where we last left off, it was with Maki and the whole Zenin clan thing. And now that we're here, we're starting off with introducing third years from Jujutsu High, and we have the talk with I forget his name. But the Sorcerer Supreme basically of JJK, and he's sitting here like he's explaining about Kenji Hikari, who's one of the third years at Jujutsu High, but he had a dispute with the high school, so now he's just running underground gambling matches, underground fight club. The fact that we're
That nigga hustling.
yeah,
That nigga's hustling.
getting the
That
bag,
nigga said, all
fuck
right,
class.
listen, he said, fuck it. Man, listen, he said, fuck that school shit. Where the money
When my
at?
little brother died, I said, "Fuck school." That boy buy his fucking papers, baby.
That ass. He said, fuck that. Run me my money. He said, oh, word? Y'all gonna kick me out? Bet. Say less. I'm gonna go get this paper.
Man got caught short.
Oh,
Nice. He
man.
said, "You know what? Fuck it. We about to make some real money. All my Jujutsu sorcerers pull up. We about to make some shit happen."
This nigga, he went straight to the block. And
That boy got the circus act going on now.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, it's tight. It's first time seeing Hikari. I think it's our first time seeing a third year, right?
I want to say yes, but like
yeah, it's our first third year that we
yeah.
see.
And it's crazy that like out of the entire 150 plus chapters, this is the first time that we're seeing third years. We didn't see the second years. We didn't see Yuta come back. We didn't see people who left the school like Ghetto. Like we done seen so many different characters, and this is our first time coming back to the school and seeing third years in general. The first thing that came to mind for me was like, how we have the Kyoto versus Tokyo arc. Were there any third years for the Kyoto side? Because we've been with Tokyo the whole time, and these are Tokyo third years.
Is Toto not a third year? Hold on, let me.
I think he's a second year.
Nah, Toto's the second year. He just on steroids.
Yeah. No, he's third year.
He is?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Well then, okay.
Oh, he is a third year?
I thought it was a second year. Oh shit. Well, I mean, hey, at least we had somebody. But so that at least brings in like, okay, we should have known that there were some third years around, but the fact that there were only second years on the JJK on our Tokyo side is like, all right, where are they? But now that we have this chapter, we see like, nah, they just some money making niggas. That's it. they ain't worried about what the school got going on.
They left the school early to go make their bread, bro.
Yeah,
man. Listen, I don't blame Hikari. You know what? Fucking Hikari has now jumped on my JJK favorite character
already.
Already, yeah, bro. Yeah. We might have to put him in my. I gotta put him in my top 3 straight off the hustle. Straight off the hustle alone.
I gotta see him in color.
Yeah, same. I might put him in top 5. The fact that Yuta out of all people is like, yeah, nah, he's stronger than me. Like what?
He being humble.
You gassing this man?
Nah, yeah, Yuta got hands, bro. Like you know what I'm saying. Yuta that nigga that know he's strong, so he ain't gotta play it up.
Yeah, you saw him throw that goddamn Hummer. That boy different, bro.
That's what I'm saying. But also, like the fact that he's out here, he got all of these people sponsoring the fight club, and he not fighting himself. He got to have some type of hands for like hundreds of people to like pull up. to just join the fighting match. Like he got to have something on him. So I don't know, man. We got to see him work.
That boy, Hikari McMahon, bro. What you mean?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Listen, hey, dog, we gotta get this on Spot Caller.
Hey, we'll do it impromptu right now.
Impromptu right now. Listen, Big Eye Spot Caller episode, bro. Listen, we're here. But man, we start this chapter off. I like how he even starts it off. How we just go right back to Master Tengen. We go back right back to Megumi and Yuji. And it just right now it just seems like they don't even fucking know what the fuck Maki just did.
Yeah.
Like right now they're just chilling. Like Maki didn't just slaughter an entire clan of people.
I think this like Maki left first because they had the meeting with Tengen all together, and then Maki left first.
Yeah,
and then you got Chozo and I think Yuki. They were supposed to stand back and watch Master Tengen like guard him. So now we have Yuji and Megumi going off to go recruit Hikari. So they're like, okay, why are we even here? Like, we got to change clothes. We don't want to tip off Hikari because he already don't fuck with Jujutsu High like that. So we got to just, play it up. We got to go in disguise, So they go to this abandoned warehouse or this abandoned parking lot, and they see two people come up, and they're like, all right, where's the fight club? We trying to make some money happen. Dude swings on Fushiguro. Doesn't flinch whatsoever. That man is just like, so first rule of Fight Club: don't talk about Fight Club.
Yeah, shut your ass up, boy.
Yeah,
make it hot.
Hell yeah, he went right into the situation talking hot as hell. Like he just that was pure cop talk.
Yeah, that boy wearing a wire, bro.
Man, they should have given him the pat down. I don't know how they did it. I pat that nigga down like, hey, nah, arms out, legs open, bro. We gotta make sure you over here talking crazy immediately.
We're a wire, bro.
But well, because you gotta remember though too, before Maki left, because her original mission was to go to the compound. She was supposed to grab the cursed weapons and then just dip. And before she goes there, her and Megumi have that conversation where he's like, man, listen, I don't want to be the fucking head of the Zenin clan. Like, I don't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was like, you can have it for all I care. And she's like, no, like, you need to have this. This works out in our favor. So they actually do have a conversation before she leaves.
I think that was like in the lobby of like whatever Tengen's like being held at before they like kind of like went their separate ways.
His little hotel suite. I don't know what that is.
The hotel lobby.
it was in the hotel lobby talking. But so when he starts it off though, I like how they get you in a situation where like, okay, we understand what Yuji's mission is and Megumi's mission is, understand kind of some of the background, and then they just jump straight to it with these two just like, fuck it, all right, we here. Let's get, you know what I'm saying? Let's change up, let's get dressed. And first of all, the fits are kind of weak. I can't even lie. Did they even really change?
Nah, they just put a jacket over the jacket.
Oh, they put a jacket over the jacket. That's all they did.
I think it was supposed to be like, hey, don't wear your like school colors. That's it. Because Yuji here, it's black and white, but he's not wearing his like black jacket.
Yeah, he's not wearing his hoodie either, is he?
No.
Damn. He said, tuck your flag. That's crazy. It was in enemy territory.
That boy still got his school pants on, just a different jacket.
Just a different top. Once again, bro, this is the tuxedo mask effect. All you got to do is just change one item. Niggas want to know who you are. Yeah. Man, so we figure out, though, that, right now what their mission is, though, is they're trying to recruit. We're still in the Culling games, which... the rules are still very shaky.
I think they're intentionally laid out that way too, though. Like, because one of the rules is that you can add more rules as long as it doesn't play into the long game.
Are we gonna break down the rules right now of the Culling games? Because all
right, we might as well.
Okay, so. I think as soon as the Culling games was announced, we were just like, man, what the fuck are these rules? So I made it like my mission on a certain day to try to understand these rules to the best of my abilities.
All right, we're getting Cyrus. Cyrus, you got the floor. If you are a fan of Jujutsu Kaisen, if you're caught up and you're still stuck on the Culling games, this is your moment to get this breakdown presented to us by the one and only Cyrus. So Cyrus, let's break down the Culling game rules for us.
Okay, so rule 1 says you're in the game and the location within 19 days. So basically, announce that you're going to be a part of it, and then pull up within this time frame. And I think in this chapter they have like 5 days before it starts.
Or like 10 days. It's like 9 or 10 days because I think they said it's 5.
Yeah, it leaves us 9 days. Yeah. So they have 9 days to pull up and announce that they're in the game. Rule 2, you break a rule, you lose your curse energy forever. I'm not sure, but maybe to the end of the Culling game. It seems like a forever thing.
Yeah,
like, it seems like something serious. And we know that they have the angel person who can take people's things away. So she might be like a referee to make sure, nobody breaks the rules or some shit like that.
Yeah.
If you fuck up and enter the PvP zone, you're in the game.
That's the most wicked rule.
I think that's kind of fucked up. So you might get a lot of accidental, maybe some accidental folks like pull up or something, or maybe you don't expect anybody to come in as like a save.
I don't even think it's just that. I think it's the fact that like there's like 12 zones across Japan, and there are probably like a bunch of residential areas. Niggas could just be shopping.
Yeah.
And like just accidentally enter, like, bro, let me go pull up to the Gucci
store. I'm not sure, because we know the Jujutsu Kaisen world kind of have like their dark web of some sort.
Yeah.
So like, if they didn't check the dark web that day and the curtain's already pulled, time to fight for your life.
It's tight, bro. Listen, you can't make no wrong turns. You can't make no wrong turns on those days.
Yeah, it's a PvP zone. So rule 4 is kills get you a number on the board, and then rule 5 is like a sorcerer is 5 points, and like regular people are 1 point.
Yeah.
Which I'm just like, wait, what do you mean regular people?
Hey, you just get the often niggas.
Yeah,
you just gotta rack up them quick points.
Yeah, just like damn, it's neck and neck, and you just pull up to a grocery store. Like that's so fucked up. They get Kugane, which is like it's kind of like a little bee or a wasp, and it's basically just like their video game HUD to like keep track of points and shit like that. I think that's one of the most silliest things going on. So when you get 100 points, you get to drop a new rule off rip. And the rule 7 is the rule. The new rule has to be within reason, like nothing like crazy. And I think they said that they're gonna use the new rule to be like, oh, give us the prism or like free Gojo or like some shit like that. So I'm not sure if that is within reason or not. It should be, right?
Yeah, I mean, I can see that being. But the thing is, too, though, is because the Culling games is amongst cursed users. So and the curses are the ones that have the prison cube, right?
Yeah, but they should be part of the.
Because the first rule is if you awaken a curse technique, you have to declare your participation, and if you're inside of the zone, you are participating. So there's going to be like 2 factions, whether or not you have a curse technique or whether or not you're just in the zone in general. And I think because the curses are going to be in the zone, they'll be participating regardless. I think the interesting thing would be whether or not like you can be in the zone, but like be on like the border, like you know how like in like Apex or like Fortnite or something like that, you have like the storm closing in or whatever like that.
Yeah.
Can you just snipe niggas from inside the zone while you out there and just like rack up points just regardless?
Wait for somebody to enter the curtain and then just bing.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. If you get caught lacking, hey, it's all fair and game. And then like the final rule is if you don't kill somebody in 19 days. You're deemed AFK and you get booted from the match, and I think it results in your
lose
your technique.
You lose your curse. And
So
that's wild. You gotta murk a nigga.
Yeah, and I thought Yuji, he hasn't really like kill. Like he's ready to off somebody, but he hasn't killed nobody yet. So he about to get his first blood. Shit.
There's a lot of fucking rules. It's not that complicated though. Pretty much, it's like, all right, you're in these certain zones. You have to declare that you're in the game. If you don't declare, stay out the zones. If you actually end up in the zones, you're gonna be in the game regardless. You're fucked. And then once you're in a zone, it's really just kill or be killed.
My thing is that I guess, like, this is where the editor should have stepped in, and Gege likes to talk about their editor a lot.
Yeah.
I think rule 6 and 7 could have been rule 6 and 5, just like a kill gets you 1 and 4 is just like, all right, kills, and then like the number of kills, like that should have just been like one whole rule. Like you don't have to like make a separate rule for what the point counts are.
Yeah.
And then 6 and 7 could have been together, like 100 points gets you a new rule, and it has to be within reason. Like that's one sentence altogether. Like it didn't have to be separate rules.
Yeah.
Like this thing could have been like 5 rules max, and I think that would help it make a lot more sense.
Like a lot of these rules could have definitely been condensed into one rule. I think just the number of rules and what a rule really is like why is this a rule?
Yeah.
Or like saying like this could just tied into that, and that could just been that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that that fucking, if you like imagine you just walk in and just randomly stumble into a zone, like that's so fucked up. Like,
bro,
it's just like,
yo, dog, I'm walking down the block and I see Maki running down it. Let me turn around.
I see where this is going.
Yeah, I see you, bro.
I do got a question for y'all. With rule number 6 in particular, what rules would y'all want to be seen added? Because like for me, I could foresee like at least 2 rules being added. One is you can trade points with other players. So like if you build up points, you can give your points to other people. Like let's say Maki got like 500 points and Yuji got like 250. But to keep him from like getting expelled, like she gave him like 1 point. Yeah, she running it up.
Goddamn.
Hey, low key, Maki fucked up. Maki should have waited for that Zenin massacre until the game
started. Points.
They just racked it up. She should have waited. I would have been out there. Listen, I promise a guy, I'd have been out there scouting the entire time. I've been on the goddamn hilltops, like, yeah.
So a couple rules that I would like to see is there's going to be something involving Sukuna. So there'll probably be like, if we win, you just gotta let that nigga rock. Like no more Yuji. I feel like that would be something that they probably do. What is it? If we get 100 points, give us the prism.
Mm-hmm.
But a rule that I really want to see is like 100 points. I want a 1-on-1 with that nigga. I want to shoot the fade.
Exclusive.
And have it be Yuji and Patch Face. I forgot his name.
Goddamn Mojito.
Yeah, just be like 100 points. Run it up. I need shoot
right now.
Nobody else taking points but me.
Yeah, shoot me my 1 right now, bro. The fair one, right here.
Hey yo, that shit would be hard. I ain't gonna hold you. Like niggas just standing by.
And then also for for participants, I know we said that is most likely just going to be the 2 factions, which is like, Yuji and Ko, and then the Curses and Ko.
Mm-hmm.
But don't forget that the Jujutsu Council, the Jujutsu High Council, whatever, they might send their own folks to come in to deal with Yuji.
Yeah.
So yeah, they might.
So we might get a lot of interesting people coming in. Also, people just part of the head clans.
Yeah, I was gonna say like the Gojo clans, the other Como members.
We might get a second person part of the Gojo family. I remember there was a couple chapters ago where something was like, it was one of the Maki chapters where they're just like, oh, we're just gonna like get rid of the Zenin family, like they can no longer be part of.
Yeah, because they don't. But like that whole arc, which I've been seeing a lot of people have some issues with that arc, and I'm very surprised.
Like, whatever.
Well, whatever. Like, bro, like one of the. I mean, I would consider it like a mini arc.
Yeah.
But easily one of the best best things in this entire story.
I could talk about that shit all day. But
It's
you remember
absolutely amazing.
at the end of one chapter they said that they were gonna try to like vote them out, but one of the clans like postponed the voting. It might have been the Gojo clan.
Yeah, because I think one of the things is like, I don't think Gojo himself is the head of the clan. I think he's just the strongest member. So like with that in play, like we know there's more members that come along. Just like with Kamo, like we only know Chozo and he's not really a member. We have the other Kamo from the other side, and then there's
Kyoto.
Geto Kamo. So we know that there's more members all together, and we could see more of them show up.
And it might be weird whose side that they're on.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah. Kind of tying back into this latest chapter. So right now, what the team is trying to do is they're trying to recruit other sorcerers and other strong members to kind of make their own little teams. Like there's no rule against teaming up. There's no rule, so it's like they're trying to get they're trying to build a strong team so they're able to rack up as many points as possible and create rules to get Gojo free and pretty much end the game.
Yeah.
And one of the members that they're going after is Hikari, which is a third year, who is running this underground ring. And we pull up, and Yuji's like, "Oh, word! Like it's scripted fighting. Like all we got to do is just make it enjoyable, and no sorcerer techniques, straight hands. Like that's what I'm used to."
He was just like, "No technique, straight hands." Yuji was just like, "What technique, bruh? All I got is hands."
He said, "I've been having hands this entire time." Yeah. He was like, "This is right up my alley."
What was that?
And we pull up, and what we see is we see fucking Panda.
Yeah. Like, first of all, we come into the parking deck, and they took off a whole, like, roof, so you could see, like, spectators on the second level of the parking deck, and then, like, the fighters on the bottom floor. And then Yuji walks in, and he's like, "Oh, we were surprised, too, when we found out this guy was fighting." And you just like, "Oh, I ain't expected either." We got the commentator pulling up. "We got Yuji versus Panda. Make some noise."
And he was in there making bets, and then they in there going crazy. Like they were like, "Fuck it, we here for a show." Oh, nah, man. Okay, how the fuck Panda end up there? Last time we saw Panda, he was weeping over his pops, and then next thing you know, this thing is in a fighter's ring.
I think he just wanted to like recruit. Like, what I love about Jujutsu Kaisen is that like people don't mourn for long. It's just like we have to like niggas be like, "Damn, all right, let's get it." I love that, and I think Panda, the times are like the timelines are all like all over the place on this shit. So like that, he probably got clapped like 5 days ago.
Yeah, yeah.
I gotta get my mans to pull up, man.
Yeah, like even like because Panda is a second year, so he probably already knew Hikari. So they even talk about it as they start fighting. Like, "You came to visit Hikari too?" He's like, "Yeah, he knows me, so he's letting me fight, but he's trying to keep a distance." And so they're like, "All right, bet you got the best chance, Yuji, to like get closer to him." So they start. They make their own scripted fight. Like even though this fight wasn't scripted, they're like, "You know what?"
I love it. Also, I feel like he might already know who Yuji is because he's Sukuna's vessel. Like I feel like he's the talk of the whole town. So
he is. He definitely is. He's I mean, he's Akuna's vessel. Also, he got a fucking APB on his head. Like,
oh yeah,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
there's a blood hunt. There's a bounty.
There's a bounty on this nigga's on his head, so they gotta know who he is. But I mean, also you gotta remember the Hikari been out hustling. He probably don't be tapped in with what the school be saying no more.
I mean, well,
he probably get the newsletters in the mail. Probably throw those right in the trash.
He probably on the dark web.
Yeah,
that's true.
I was about to say they probably like hit him on the side and was like, "Hey, yo, I know you don't fuck with us, but we got some money on Yuji head right now. We got money on Sukuna vessel right now. You want to pull him and take him out? We can." And he's probably like, "Bro, I got money to make, bro. I ain't worried about y'all niggas."
Y'all handle that, man.
Yeah, for real, bro. He's like, "Man, fuck it. I'm out here. I'm trying to get this money."
Yeah.
But no, it's really dope, man. We finally see Hikari, make his appearance, and I think that I love his design. Like he looks like, you know what I'm saying? He looks like a crime boss. You know what I'm saying? He got this big ass fur jacket on. You know, he got this other third year shorty that he's messing with. He on the phone talking hot. You know, he over here making more business deals. Right now, Megumi's on his stealth mode.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know,
how he doing that?
I think it's a shadow technique.
Cause he ain't never did no shit like that before.
I mean,
bro,
he did it once.
new technology, bro. He got new technology right now.
I will say he did something like it once, and it was like during the Cursed Womb arc when he did his like incomplete domain, and he was just popping out the shadows. That was like the only time.
True.
But like this is something different because this ain't no domain. Like, bro, you got on a whole stealth cloak.
Because I know the people there aren't. They're not sorcerers, so he probably has like, you know, another one of his summons like cloaking him or something.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens, man. I'm excited for the next chapter, man. This shit should be cool.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what his guy power is and what his shawty can do.
Oh yeah.
Double on charger.
Oh man, and she was definitely upset when he brought up the ex too.
Yeah, that's that toxic relationship. That's how you know he a gangster.
Yeah, he said since the days of my old girlfriend and maxed out credit cards, I think it was a swiper. Oh man, all right, no, Hikari top 3 off rip. Top 3. We're gonna talk about best entrances.
This is a killer
Yuta,
debut.
Gojo, Hikari's up there, bro. Top 3 right there. Those are top 3 debuts.
Nah, man. It got to be top 5. I probably Toji's definitely up there.
Yeah, Toji's
Toji's debut.
I want to get.
I mean, when we first see Toji, though, all he's doing is at the horse race, right? He's not really,
he had the horse. He had the horse race, gambling and losing. I just finished that arc not too long ago, and then it was just like, you know, this guy just kind of seems like a loser or, you know, a coward because he's like buying his time, and then once it really got cracking.
Mm-hmm. I think the next time you see him, it's a sword through Gojo chest. Like, bro, how do you pop up like that? I didn't think you was that hard. Like, bro, yeah, nah, Toji is definitely up there. I think I want to put Nanami up there too, but like his entrance.
Damn, I miss my dog.
Yeah, man, same.
Yeah, man,
I miss my dog.
I miss one. Oh man, I just, this feels fresh though. Like I'm really happy that he, you know, that Jujutsu came back with such a strong chapter, with a chapter that is this action packed. I like that the fact they're kind of like, we're not gonna waste no bullshit time trying to, like, you know, slowly lead you into something. They're just like, no, we're gonna drop you right back into the story. You know, we're gonna, you know, you're getting this moment, you're getting this, you know, you're getting the deeper plots and you know and whatnot. I just really enjoy how this chapter has rolled out. It's making me excited to see what happens because I personally don't think that Hikari might end up joining them. I think it's gonna take some convincing. He's gonna have to be like, yo, what's in it for me type shit. Mm-hmm. But I think that I can't wait to see how this all plays out, especially when it comes to who they will be facing, because it won't just be other curses. It will be other technique users. It'll be other Jujutsu sorcerers. So I'm excited to see, okay, like what other people are going to end up teaming up and going against them. Obviously, I was gonna say Makami, Maki taking out the entire Zenin clan, that wipes out a whole enemy in itself.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be nice to see what the other clans end up doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, most definitely. This whole next section, I don't even think we're going to jump into the culling games right away. Like, I think we still got a lot more build up before the actual culling game starts. So
I feel like the culling game might be the end, honestly, or like like what is it? That's gonna be like the big like fight, and then we're gonna kind of like get our epilogue for it to change, and then it'll probably just be over. Like I think Gege said multiple times that it's not gonna be that long.
Yeah.
But I wonder what the end game is going to be for Sukuna though. Like, what does this culling game end up doing at the end for Sukuna?
You're right for that.
for me, I want to kind of think about it like with, you know how Megumi had the treasure summon, and I think that's kind of the plot for Sukuna. He'll probably do something like, with this treasure I summon, and then we get the summoning of Sukuna, and everybody has to take down Sukuna, because how that summoning worked is, if you're just in the area, you're a part of the fight too. Like, we all got to take him out. So like, I think it's gonna be like one team fight against Sukuna.
Man, we just gonna have to wait and see, man, because I don't know what the end of this could be.
Yeah, same.
Because you mentioned Sukuna here, and he's just like, he's introduced as like the big bad in the beginning, but then he takes like a major step back for Gato and them, and then what is it, the Jujutsu Kaisen Council? Like, they're also like another big villain as well. So he's the most powerful dude, and he's like, what is it, like third in like in evil, you know?
And I think that's partially because of Yuji, because like, you got the biggest evil in our main character. Like, you kind of just like have to put him to the side, because right now you have to worry about what Yuji got going on.
Yeah, it's gonna suck if we have to end up seeing Yuji die at the end. But I think personally, I think that's how. I think personally that's how it ends. I think it just ends with him dying.
From what his grandfather said, I think that's like the biggest way that Jujutsu Kaisen can end, because like, everybody take him out and he's dead, surrounded by all of his friends. Compared to what his grandfather said, like, he died alone with just Yuji. I think that would be very poetic for that to be the ending.
I mean, yeah, I think that's just a fitting ending. I think that's gonna feel like the most complete ending.
Yeah.
I think if he ends up living, is potential for them to do like a Jujutsu Kaisen spinoff, and something I don't want. I don't even think that's something that like Akutami wants.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. But
real quick, do got to shout out the Volume 0 trailer that we got. We got.
Oh, it looks so beautiful.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna need a little more, man. I'm tired of teasers, man.
Same.
That Chainsaw Man teaser don't do enough for me, man.
Yeah,
I need more.
Yeah, but we also got the reveal of Yuta's voice actor, Megumi Ogata. She voiced Kurama from Yu Yu Hakusho, Yugi from Yu-Gi-Oh!, Shinji from Shinji Adventures, Itona from Assassination Classroom. Like, she got a good record. So like, I think we're in for like a fun time with Volume 0, man. I just need it to come worldwide. Like, I don't think that movie will hit the same if it don't come out worldwide on Christmas Eve, just because of how the setting is.
If it don't come, if that shit don't drop like on Crunchyroll Premium or some shit, man, I'll be tight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I gotta see it in theaters though, man. I gotta be big screening it up. Oh, I mean, okay, but one more thing before we go. Hey, if Demon Slayer really pulls off the making the Mugen Train arc,
bro, bottom, I don't care.
The beginning of season 2.
If the beginning of season 2 is just the movie,
I'm gonna hate that shit so much.
Chalk it up to him. I fuck with niggas with that go down with that with the scam, bro. These niggas became the highest grossing movie ever in Japan.
And then they go run it back.
Let's re-rock it.
And run it back. Let's run it back. In episode 4. Fuck it. Dragon Ball did it. Dragon Ball Super did it. They're like, fuck it. We about to do the same shit. I'm with it.
Charge it to the game.
Charge it to the goddamn game, man. But hey, Cyrus, my dog, thank you so much for pulling up on the Big Eyes. Pulling up on Big Eyes, man. Always open door posse for you, always, man.
I'm glad to be tapped back into manga. It's amazing. It feels great. I'm trying to branch out and read some other things, but I'm like scared because I don't want to read shit and waste my time.
Yeah. So, send him recommendations. I mean, okay, I don't know if the Twitter's still clipped. Can you get it back?
The Twitter's clipped. I didn't even send the email in to like try to get it back. That's how much I don't care about it right now.
Damn. So the Twitter's clipped right now, but if you listen to this episode, you want to give Cyrus your manga, recommendations, things for him to read, tweet the lookout, tweet us, and we'll pass it along. Maybe we got to give Cyrus a segment on this show where he does a little review on shit y'all sent him.
No shonens, man. No shonens.
No shonens for him. Yeah, my guy anti shonen. So send him cute shit. Send him all the shoujos and shit.
Some fun stuff, some comedy, anything. Some slice of life. Mundane
You know what I'm
shit.
saying? But you know where to find us, Big Eyes Podcast. You know, find us on the Lookout. Make sure you're following the Lookout RNC on Twitter and on subscribe. Make sure you're following RNC Radio Live. Make sure you're following A Show RNC on Twitter and subscribe to them. Make sure y'all go pay for that Patreon because put money in my homies' pockets or I'm gonna run your pockets and put your money still in their pockets. So regardless of your money's coming in our pockets. So we can either do this the nice way or we can do this the hard way. Sorry, I've been listening to Ski Mask Way like all damn day today, so I'm in a different mode. Yeah, man. Listen, AD, what's the sign off?
Please read more manga, watch more anime, and be on the lookout, only on the lookout for the Big Eyes Podcast. We out.